So Lil Durk just sat down with DJ Academics for an off-the-record interview, and of course, your boy's name got brought up. Academics actually asked Lil Durk what he thought of these rumors that King Von is a serial killer.
What do you think about that? So this is some documentary that came out, but I think people have kind of like floated the ideas, and they're saying that Von was a serial killer. And for some people, they're looking at it to say, well, man, this guy is maybe the most quote-unquote gangster rapper we've ever seen because he actually may have done everything he said. And then some people are saying, well, whoa, is this supposed to be how rap is?
Kind of downplaying the fact that Ak has called King Von a serial killer numerous times before my documentary dropped. But anyway, according to Lil Durk, my documentary is all cap.
Honestly, I ain't watched the documentary because I know it's cap.
But you didn't even watch it. So how are you gonna know it's all cap? If you didn't watch it, Durk, maybe give it a watch.
Hey, why you and Keith don't be making music? Like, I be wanting y'all, like...
It ain't me and Keith, man. Like, Keith, that's my dog. Some of the people from my block, like, who got real names, they talk to Keith. So, like, it's nothing. Like, I was just finna bring Keith on tour.
Okay, see, I'm not... Because the internet been saying y'all been secretly beefing. I promise you. I'm not making this up. I swear.
I gotta start getting more into the internet. I promise you I don't be on there looking.
I swear. They said that you be dissing Keith.
Why?
Not taking care of the guys.
If Keith don't take care of his guys, Keith just don't take care of his guys. If Keith take care of his guys, Keith take care of his guys.
Have you mentioned him about taking care of his guys or no?
I never heard him not taking care of his guys. That kills that. How the they stick me into it? These people crazy. Because it's like, yeah, the mask off it like a dope, Vic. No, you good.
Why do you think Durk had shooters around him to the point of actually doing stuff like this, which ultimately dragged him down?
He want that image. I'm gonna go back to Von though, Vlad, because I got to talk. Durk was scared of Von and the rest of them. They knew what Von was into. They knew what type of animal he was before he got out of jail. Like, they know, like, this dude is a killing, you know, and they wanted to be around him. Von got the streets. Durk ain't got the streets. Von got the streets.
They had Lil Durk sitting in a cell so isolated that some fans thought he'd completely disappeared. Then suddenly, footage goes viral. Rumors explode across social media. People start saying he's coming home, that something big just happened behind the scenes. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. Lil Durk isn't free. And the real story, it's way deeper and way more dangerous than most people realize. Because what he's facing right now isn't just another headline, it's a federal case with life on the table. And once you understand how we got here, everything hits different. Let's break it down. It all starts on October 24th, 2024. Lil Durk was arrested near Miami International Airport by U.S. Marshals. The timing raised eyebrows immediately. Just one day earlier, 5 members of his Only the Family collective had been indicted. And then his name appears in the paperwork. Not as a bystander, but as the alleged organizer, he's extradited to Los Angeles. November 15th, 2024, arraigned. He pleads not guilty. Bond, denied, and that denial wouldn't be the last. The charges weren't minor. Prosecutors hit him with conspiracy to commit murder for hire, using interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death, and firearms charges tied to the incident. If convicted, life. No soft landing, no quick 5-year bid. Federal cases don't move like that. And from that moment on, every attempt to bring him home has crashed into the same wall. No, but as serious as the charges were, what happened next made things even darker. In August 2025, Lil Durk was moved into the Special Housing Unit, the SHU solitary confinement, over an alleged unauthorized Apple Watch. And that's where things shifted. He spent 131 days in isolation, more than 4 months, 1 phone call per month, no regular visits, no normal interaction. For an artist who built his entire life around connection, music, family, fans, that kind of silence hits different. His legal team filed motions arguing the extended isolation violated federal standards. They pushed hard, a hearing followed, and in January 2026, he was moved back to general population. It wasn't freedom, but it felt like a small victory. For fans who had been tracking every update like it was playoff season, that change meant something. He could call people regularly again, he could see visitors. But don't get it twisted, the real battle hasn't even started, because the government's version of this story stretches back years, back to November 2020. Nope, that's when King Von was killed outside an Atlanta nightclub during a confrontation involving associates of Quando Rondo. Prosecutors allege that what followed wasn't just grief. They claim it was retaliation. According to federal filings, Lil Durk allegedly placed a bounty targeting Quando Rondo. That alleged plan, they say, led to an August 19, 2022 shooting at a Los Angeles gas station near the Beverly Center. Quando survived. His 24-year-old cousin did not. And that's where the stakes explode. The government says travel records show individuals flew from Chicago to California. Credit cards tied to Lil Durk's label were allegedly used for flights and hotels. Communications supposedly connect the dots. They claim he used money and influence to orchestrate the entire thing. And here's where federal cases get scary. No, at least one co-defendant is reportedly cooperating. In state cases, witnesses fall apart sometimes. Stories change. Testimony collapses. Federal court, different world. Once someone cooperates federally, they sit through multiple interviews, grand jury appearances, every statement locked in. If they flip later, they're facing perjury stacked on top of everything else. It's pressure built to hold, and that's part of why this situation feels so heavy. But just when it seemed like the prosecution had all the momentum, another fight began. And this one had the entire music industry watching. Prosecutors tried to introduce Lil Durk's rap lyrics and music videos as evidence. They argued the songs demonstrated motive and intent. One specific lyric from Hanging with Wolves was targeted, a line referencing hopping on a flight with a warrant. The judge blocked that specific lyric, ruling it related more to flight risk than the murder-for-hire charges. But other lyrics and videos? Still under consideration. And that's where things get controversial. Lil Durk's defense argues that rap is being treated like a diary, like every bar is a sworn confession. They pointed to the song Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy, claiming prosecutors suggested it celebrated the gas station shooting. The defense did their homework. Studio records showed Lil Durk recorded his verse 7 months before the 2022 shooting even happened. 7. Unless he could see the future, that timeline punches a serious hole in the narrative. It also sparks a bigger debate. Why is rap constantly used this way? You don't see horror movie scripts introduced in court to prove someone planned a real crime. But with rap, it keeps happening. Still, even if lyrics get thrown out, one argument keeps blocking his path home: flight risk. Prosecutors say when he was arrested, he was preparing to leave the country. They cited international flight bookings, including trips to Dubai and Switzerland. The defense fired back. They said the full itineraries showed Dubai was always the final destination, not some secret escape route. And here's the detail that caught attention. The commercial flights were booked in economy class, middle seats, back rows. For a platinum-selling artist recognized worldwide, the defense argued that doesn't exactly scream master escape plan. They even revealed that a federal probation officer reportedly reviewed everything and concluded Lil Durk was not a flight risk. But the judge didn't follow that recommendation. The bond package offered wasn't small either. $1 million cash, nearly $1 million in real estate, additional funds from associates, 24/7 armed security, electronic monitoring, denied, again and again. Each time, prosecutors referenced flight bookings and jail infractions. So while fans were celebrating him leaving solitary, the reality remained the same. He's still inside. Meanwhile, the industry has been reacting in different ways. Some fans say certain rappers aren't showing enough public support. Others argue silence doesn't mean disloyalty. But one voice has been loud: G Herbo. He didn't hesitate. He said he knows for a fact this isn't the end of Lil Durk's story, that he's coming from under that pressure. Herbo framed it as part of a pattern. Every time Lil Durk faces adversity, he reinvents himself, evolves, comes back stronger. He even suggested this moment could create a more focused, more dangerous version of him. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Federal conviction rates are high, very high. Once the federal government brings a case, they usually believe they've already built something airtight. They don't rush indictments, they stack evidence, they prepare witnesses, they take their time. And that's exactly what makes this situation so intense. Confidence is powerful. Loyalty is powerful. Public support can feel overwhelming online. But courtrooms don't run on hashtags. They run on evidence. And this case has already been delayed multiple times because discovery alone reportedly exceeds 30,000 pages. That's thousands of documents, messages, financial records, flight logs, interviews, technical data, every detail dissected. The trial was originally set for January 2025. Then it moved to October. Then January 2026. Now it's scheduled for April 24th, 2026, with a backup date in May. Every delay means more preparation, more strategy, more time for both sides to sharpen their arguments. What makes this even more interesting is that Lil Durk has reportedly pushed to speed things up. He wants his day in court. And that detail matters, because someone planning to quietly accept defeat doesn't usually ask to accelerate trial. That suggests belief, confidence, maybe even frustration. But belief and outcome aren't always the same thing. Between now and April, crucial rulings will shape what the jury is allowed to see and hear. Lyrics, private communications, cooperating witness testimony, travel records, financial links, each piece could tilt perception. Oh, and this isn't just about prison time, it's about legacy. If he beats it, this becomes one of the most dramatic comeback arcs hip-hop has ever seen. If he doesn't, it becomes a stark reminder of how quickly success can flip, and how unforgiving the federal system can be. From sold-out arenas to federal detention, from platinum plaques to 30,000 pages of evidence, from viral freedom rumors to waiting on 12 strangers to decide your future. Right now, Lil Durk sits inside the Metropolitan Detention Center, no longer in isolation, but still facing the biggest fight of his life. And the clock is ticking toward April 2026. So the real question isn't whether he left solitary, it's this. When that courtroom door finally opens, will we be watching the start of a comeback or the final chapter of an empire? Because once that verdict is read, everything changes. The narrative, the legacy, the future of OTF. The way his story gets told from that point forward, hip-hop has seen artists rise from nothing. We've seen careers collapse overnight, but this feels different. This is one of those moments that could redefine how the industry moves, how lyrics are treated in court, and how power and influence are viewed under a federal microscope. And no matter which side you're on, whether you believe he's coming home or believe the system already has its answer, one thing is clear. April 2026 isn't just another court date. It's a crossroads. So I want to hear from you. Do you think this ends in redemption or disaster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. And if you want more deep dives like this, real timelines, real paperwork, you want no fluff, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next breakdown. Because the next update in this case, it could change everything.